So if you don't win that free car, you can always go for car share. In case you're not getting enough paper tonight, there's Austin American, or the Austin Sierra, our monthly newsletter. They're on the way out as you go out the door later. Pick one up, take it home. Chris mentioned there's a good outings program. It really is. It lists all the outings in there. It really is outstanding outings program, so take advantage of it. Brandy mentioned pairing car share with Capital Metro. Let me just take a little poll tonight. How many people take Capital Metro bus once a week? Okay, pretty good. For a bunch of environmentalists, maybe it should be twice that many. Speaking of Capital Metro, we have, and we've talked about rideshare too tonight. We have with us tonight the manager of the rideshare program at Capital Metro, Dolly Watson. She's been with Capital Metro for since 1982, a long time. So she's done many jobs. One of her jobs was employer outreach for the van pool program, which to my mind means you're making cold calls on companies like IBM to convince them to get into the van pool program. That must have been a great experience. She's done many other jobs too at Capital Metro in the many years she's been with her. But Dolly Watson, tell us about rideshare.
Howdy y'all, greetings from Capital Metro. The one job I haven't had is driving a bus because we both know, Capital Metro and myself, that I wouldn't be good at it. I'm here to talk about the solutions that Capital Metro can provide to you to help you get out of your car. We work with a lot of these folks that are speaking to you tonight, so if you can go forward here. And again. Today we provide service via a fixed route bus system. We have lots of buses, and that most people think about Capital Metro as strictly a bus provider, but we also offer other services. We also have Metro Access, which is our paratransit program for people with disabilities, folks that aren't able to ride a regular bus. Then there's my department, Rideshare, and we offer van pools and carpool matching. We also own 162 miles of rail from Giddings to Llano, and carry freight for the Central Texas area, and that helps us to remove 18-wheelers from the roadways. Next slide. Our services offer solutions for the commuter getting to and from work, in addition to transportation in general. There's the big pool, the bus pool, and there's van pool, the carpool matching that I referenced. All of our buses have bike racks and our van pools as well, so that you can combine transportation modes. You can also telework if you're riding an express bus in a Wi-Fi enabled vehicle. Next slide. Bus pooling, our buses right now only operate in the Capital Metro service area, but hopefully in the near future we'll be able to provide bus service to Round Rock and Kyle Butte, the little cities that in the Central Texas area, not currently part of the Capital Metro service area, but who have expressed interest in getting service. We have a variety of bus routes, whether it's an express bus, you get on at a park and ride location, for instance, in the city of Leander, and can then take a bus route that will get you to the UT downtown area in a quick fashion. Flyer routes that only operate in the morning and the afternoon for commuters to get them to and from work. Regular city routes that run through the neighborhoods, about every half a mile there's a route along those. Over 3,000 stops along our bus routes. As I mentioned, we have bike racks on all of our buses, and because we have had such a large increase in people utilizing buses, many of our bike racks are filling up. Only 2 bikes can use a rack on a bus, so you might, if you are interested in that option, you might ride the bus without your bike first to kind of get a feel for the particular stop you're at and the number of people that utilize bikes on that particular route. Next slide. It's really easy to get information from Capital Metro, 474-1200 by telephone, and you have 2 options on the telephone service. You can use the automated system. If you're a regular user of Capital Metro services and you know the particular routes that you'd like to ride, you can just access the route specifically to get the time for the next bus. But let's say that you're today have never used Capital Metro services and you don't know which route you might be interested in taking. You can also access a live operator, somebody that you can get specific information on. How do I ride? Where do I catch a bus? How do I flag a bus down? How much is it going to cost? How can I pay for a monthly pass? Because I've heard that it's cheaper to pay for the pass on a monthly basis rather than a per ride cost. You can also go online to capmetro.org. Online, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can get information specifically there. There's a trip planner where you can put in your origin and destination and the distance you're willing to walk to catch a bus. And it will come back and tell you the type of bus route that's available to you. Next slide. The Texas 4-Step on our webpage is specific information for users that have never used the bus before. You can go online, use the trip planner. You also can use DADNAB on your cell phone. On your cell phone to find out what time the next bus is available. A lot of people, younger folks these days, do everything on their cell phones, and that's an option. Google Transit is also available online at the Capital Metro webpage so that you can, again, find the nearest route to serve your needs. You can also find out, there's a link on our page to determine the actual cost of driving your car to work versus paying the 50 cents a trip or $1 trip using our buses. You can buy your passes online. You don't have to go anywhere, but if you are out and about, HEB, Randall's, lots of different retail locations offer our bus passes for sale. And good old cash is accepted on each and every bus as well. That's always available. You can also download all of our maps and all of our information. If you want to find out, in January and August are the 2 times a year that Capital Metro makes changes to our bus routes where we are able to adjust them to better meet the needs of the community. You can find out in August what's coming up in the next couple of weeks for me as far as the routes that I'd like to ride. What's